Good morning, it is Tuesday the 19th and this white balance is kind of severe. There, maybe? So, hi there. I've just done my makeup and I'm just gonna take Hetty out for a pee. Well, I'm not just up, I've been like just messing around. So yeah, I'm gonna take Hetty out. Oh, that's my lamp there. So I'm gonna take Hetty out for a pee. I've not been vlogging because literally it's been so boring. The last couple of days I have just been like cleaning my house and just getting it back in order and getting myself in order. I've got some interviews coming up for job stuff, so I was doing research and stuff like that. Not the most exciting stuff, I know. That is Charmed on in the TV. It's because I'm watching it. Waiting on the Hetster to do her thing. She saw some seagulls, so she is eyeing them up. Oh, they're coming towards us. She's gonna bark, I think. She's really bad for chasing birds. It's the one thing I don't like. As Daxies are hounds, it's in the name, they can be quite bad at running off, and you've just got to be really careful with them. So that's what you've got to make sure you're okay with that. Put on, we are in the lift. I'm so lucky because I have a lift in my building and I live on the 3rd floor of a double story, like everyone's got double height story, so it's massive. So I'm very lucky that I have a lift. Right, back up in my flat now, and the plan is I'm gonna go shoot a video now, go do my empties video, and maybe another video depending on the time. I don't know what the time is though. 1:30. So I've got some other stuff to do, like I've got errands because, oh, I'm going to Paris tomorrow. I don't know if I've mentioned that. Oh, let me get my jacket. So yeah, I'm going to Paris tomorrow, so I need to go get a couple of like last minute things for traveling. Like I want to get some more film for my film camera. Light. Fixed. So I need to get more film for my film camera. And a couple of things like that. So we'll see how that goes. Yo, so I kind of went off the grid for a couple of hours because I ran into my neighbour, and so I chatted with him for a while, and then I went and did my errands, and I did like boring stuff like food, but sorry if this is making you dizzy, I got some goodies. So if you read my blog, you'll know that I love film photography. If you don't read my blog, you probably won't know this because obviously this is online stuff. And I have just an SLR film camera, and I've got a Lomography fisheye camera as well, but I don't really use it so much. I went through a phase of using it a lot, and then right now I've stopped using it. So I'm going to Paris Thursday, but I'm leaving the house tomorrow. And I thought I had film in the house because normally I order it online at a place I cannot remember the name of, but we'll put it down in the description. The website that I use tends to be the cheapest, especially because you can buy it in bulk, which obviously makes it cheaper. But I went to get out my film camera and stuff like that, and no film. And 5 rolls of used film, which I'm gonna have to develop. And that's gonna be extra rough because I'm gonna have to pay to get 5 old rolls developed, plus my Paris rolls. So that's gonna be really expensive when I get back. So I headed round to Boots, and I was just gonna pick up some either Fujifilm or Kodak, and I spotted that they had some Lomography films. And if you didn't know, Lomo or Lomography is like, it's kind of like a website, and they're like big supporters of analog photography, but it's not like normal analog photography. They kind of like high contrast. They use, the main thing is it's plastic lenses, and so they like high contrast and kind of a bit softer looking, and things like that. So I don't like using that as a normal film camera, and I think they're very expensive for plastic cameras. Like the popular ones are Diana Mini, LCA, the fisheye, which is what I've got, La Sardinia, which is one that I would really like Sprocket Rocket, the LC Wide, and the Spinner 360, which goes all the way around, and the Lomo Kino. So I like some of them, and there's some that I'm like, oh, this would be really fun to play with, but then I think they're kind of expensive for like a toy. They're toy cameras basically, but they've been really good. Ooh. But they're really good because they have like kept the profile of film photography up, and in the age of hipsterism and stuff, that's really kept film alive, which I love. And I do like playing with their film. So in addition to making cameras, they also make film for the camera, which is kind of like a bit wacky. It's supposed to look like expired film sometimes, which is fun, and other times, you know, you never really know. And the mystery of film is you don't know what it's going to turn out like. So I went in and I was looking at the prices, and I was like, oh my god, buying from Boots this is not the economical way to do it. Because I wanted to get some black and white film as well, so I was gonna have to get the Ilford stuff, which isn't my favorite black and white. I'd much rather use the kind of Kodak true black and whites. But I was like, okay, so I've got a choice of Ilford for that, Kodak for my color, and Fuji for my color. And I was like, nah. Spotted the Lomo packs, and I straight away was like, I've been wanting to try the Lady Grey for ages. And I always mean to buy it, and sometimes Lomography emails you like discount codes, and I never use them, and I should, because I know it would save me money, but it's just, they're a bit more expensive. So I've got the Lady Grey pack, and this is 3 of them for I think it was like £17, so it actually worked out cheaper than the Ilford. And it's an ISO 400 film, which is nice because I think their other black and white film is ISO 200, and it's like winter and stuff. Pretty cool. And then I was deliberating between colored stuff, and I was like, again, the Lomo pack actually ended up cheaper than the other 36 exposure rolls, and I'd rather use 36 exposure rather than the smaller ones, the 24. So I went for their Lomo Color Negative 400 film, which I've used before, and I do really like it. It kind of like, it looks like everything's got like an Insta hipster kind of filter on it, which is nice. So that, again, that's 3 packs of it, and that should be fun to use in Paris. And I think that's about the sort of £13 mark. So then I was like, oh, I'm ready to go, let's rock and roll. Like, I've spent quite a bit of money on film, and I'm gonna have to spend money on developing it. And I went past the clearance section, and I saw this. I normally wouldn't get this pack because it's a Fujifilm, just their regular stuff, ISO 200, which for this time of year I'd rather be on 400, and it's only 24 exposures. And I think the regular price is like £13 or something like that. So it doesn't work out that much cheaper. But in the clearance section, this was going to be £8. And I was like, well, that's awesome. The reason it's in the clearance section is because it's going to expire at the end of March. I like shooting with expired film. I like the kind of, ooh, how's it going to turn out aspect. It can make it look a bit more like Lomo and things like that. Obviously won't be taking all of this with me to Paris, but it's good to have spares, and it's good to just keep it in the house in case you need it. But that's it. I love my film photography. But yeah, I love my film photography. I run a series on my blog called Silent Sunday, which is every Sunday I just put up a picture, and it's a film picture. And no words, no anything. So that's liquidgrain.co.uk if you want to check that out every Sunday. And I will tend to post it on my Instagram as well, which is at liquidgrain, if you want to check it out. But I love film photography. If you love film photography, let me know, because it's so much fun. I love it.